Episode 93, Pathfinder 2E Goodness, Abomination Vaults. We're going to jump right into this. I've got almost a full roster tonight, at least 4 players, which is ideal for me. We've got Dizzy, we've got Kyle, we've got Ted, we've got Fred. Unfortunately, the others won't be able to make it tonight. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe Cat will pop in. I doubt it, but we'll see. So let's do our introductions and get into this. Dizzy, you're up first. Give us a little introduction about you, as well as the character you're playing tonight, and any expectations for the game session. Go for it.
All right. I am Dizzy. I play Agatha Withertree, the witch of the group. She's had a few things happen to her in the past. Facing any transformation, I'll say that much. And right now, with everything that's currently happening, she's just on high alert and doesn't know what to expect now. So her expectations are literally wide open.
Makes sense. How about you, Kyle?
What's that? I'm Kyle. I play Bjorn, our resident frontline fighter. 7'1", 290. Yeah, he's also part cleric, fanatical. Doesn't like anything evil or evil-related. Despises necromancers and all that sort of thing. And loud and proud enough to kick open the door and start grabbing people out by their short and curlies. That's Bjorn. Far as expectations, kick open some doors, pull some people out by their short and curlies. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. It's what we fighters do best. Just point me to the nearest door and watch it vanish. But in all seriousness, no, I'm playing with the bulk of the fam, so it can go any which way it wants to. I'll have fun with it either way.
Awesome. Thanks, Kyle. We got Ted. You're here, right, Ted?
I am here. I am the newest of the group, back again, enjoying everything so far. I am once again playing Father Cadwin of Clan Sunforge, a dwarven battle cleric, who's being exposed to the local heroes. He's checking them out, and seeing if they live up to the legends that are being told about them. And so far, it's about what he's expected. He's impressed. As far as expectations go, he's rather curious of the random sounds and noises and what have you that they've been exposed to lately. He's curious to see what comes of that.
Thanks, man. Awesome. And finally, we come to Fred, all the way from Sweden. Go ahead, Fred.
All the way from Sweden. Back again. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks due to, personal issues. I forgot that it was Sunday one of the weeks, and the other week I had lumbago really bad, so I really couldn't sit up or stand up or lay down. So it was an awful week. But now I'm back.
Thanks.
And I haven't had a chance to catch up that much with what's been happening the past few sessions, but I see where we are on the map, so I can kind of figure it out, I think. And I play Draug, the bear Barian, I guess is the correct term for it.
Bearbarian?
The bear Barian, animal instinct barbarian that kind of, for roleplay reasons, don't want to rage, so I don't use rage that much. That's about it.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for that, Fred and everybody. So we did our snacks. Everybody's starting with 1 hero point for bringing snacks. Nobody got any extra bonuses, but we're going to do a recap. One of you guys is going to do a recap, and you'll get an extra 2nd hero point to start the session with. So who's volunteering?
I'll do it.
Kyle? Okay. Go for it.
All right. Murder, mayhem, mystery, and mysticism. When last we left off, we were finally decided to go into a boat and go explore another dock to the southeast of where the elevator shaft, where we climbed down the chains, had all that fight, character hung up, yada yada yada. We decided we were going to go down to the southeast and explore another dock that we could see. Cypher could see, actually. She's the only one that's got dark vision outside of Ted, I believe, Cadwin. She was scouting around that way, and we all decided to pile onto some boats. Cadwin and I got into one, Agatha and Cypher got onto another one, and we decided we were going to make our way down and see what we can see. We made landfall, I guess, at the other dock without issue. Um, and yeah, went through a couple of doors, did some exploring, came down to this T-shaped hallway. We explored the door to the left, cracked that open, and saw a bunch of rags with a short sword down in there. Bjorn took the short sword as we investigated. Had 4 pillars, glowing golden light. We heard noise coming from the south, or Cypher did whenever she listened to the door. So, yeah, kind of vacated into that room. Cypher did her thing, scouted it out. She opened the door, saw about 5 to 6 cultists doing something. She eased back out of there real quick. Came up, got us. We kind of devolved a plan. Caveman would man the corner because he has dark vision. Bjorn would stay in the other room because he's got the light spell on, and Acta and Cypher would go in and try to talk to these guys, or at the very least lure them into the hallway. That plan went completely sideways as soon as they opened the door. Everybody kind of jumped on Cypher there, attacked her. Agda made it out, and then Caedwin intervened, and Bjorn went to come bursting through the door, and that's whenever crap got real. 4 pillars that we thought were pillars actually erupted, and 4 Will-o-Wisps were standing there looking at us. Bjorn, in a haste to get down to protect Cypher, kind of just slammed the door and kept on moving. At that point on, it was a pretty intensive fight. We literally had to fight our way into the room. Caedwin and Bjorn did. Agda back there casting spells, make sure everything's okay. Cypher's turned invisible, I believe, a couple times. And then, yeah, it was just kind of a knockdown, drag out from that point on. We had bodies going every which way but loose. Cypher pocketed an egg, and then she used telekinetic projectile to kill another cultist by smashing the egg into the creature's face. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, we finished that fight, did some healing, did some investigating. Bjorn, Caedwin listened to a few of the doors, heard sounds coming from both doors, so we're kind of expecting close contact from every which direction at this point by the sound of it. And yeah, I believe we didn't explore around this room too much, but then we heard a rumble. Something dark, something evil. And yeah, that's kind of where we're picking up, right at the end of the rumble. And yeah, I believe that's where we're at with it.
Okay, thanks for that, Kyle. Excellent. Get yourself a bonus hero point. You should have 2 tonight. And of course, Cypher's going in shadow mode. She's here, but we're not gonna bother with her. She's in the shadows because Rachel isn't playing tonight. Okay. This large room, square-shaped, 4 pillars in its center, bodies, blood spattered along the walls. These cultists, humanoid cultists, but not necessarily human. You did find some items on their body, including some weapons, short swords. I believe we divvied them up before. They seem to be in contemplation, meditation, perhaps. They fought with a fanatical zeal. So it makes sense. Cypher detected that they were in some type of meditation or worship. And in front of them, to the east, you see what looks like a cauldron, a bronze cauldron, whose embers and heat is slowly dying down. Cooking on this was several eggs the size of a human's head, brown and discolored, cooking. Cypher, of course, swiftly took at least one of them, maybe all of them. I think one was used in the battle. So she has that in her stash. After recuperating and gathering yourselves, you each went to a different door and began to listen. It was then that suddenly you felt a rumble in the ground. Tremor, as if a small earthquake. Something was about to erupt. The ground shook, ever so lightly, not enough to knock you unbalanced, but very noticeable. Frightening, even. You had listened at the doors before this, prior, and Cadwin, you heard the sound of feet hitting wet stone, running away, fading into the distance, running away from the door, like as if something might have been watching the battle, perhaps. But whatever it was, it ran away from you. Bjorn, you listened carefully to the southwest door and heard slithering sounds. Beyond, ever so distant. Agatha, you were taken aback as at this point the tremor began, and you felt it. And as it died down, and everyone looked at each other and gathered themselves, you heard feet approaching the door. Agatha, carefully you pushed the door and you peeked beyond into the darkness, where you saw a light approaching. It was a familiar sight. There, the large, rotund, fleshy body of Draug was approaching, and he spotted you. Draug, you've approached the door and are greeted by Agatha.
So what are you doing?
As soon as Drag enters the room, she immediately closes the door and she looks at him and goes, "Was something following you? Are you alright? Was anything coming near you? Was anything burning?" Like, she's just unloading question after question, trying to make sure he's okay if something was following him.
There is nothing after me.
She then turns and looks at Cadwin and Bjorn and goes, "Then that does not bode well if those creatures are still in that room."
As long as they're in there, they're contained. I heard noises coming from my door as well. It appears we're surrounded by enemies at this point.
Then we'll have to fight our way out then.
Indeed, we'll have to go through them.
Well, it sounds like they were running away over here. Maybe they were running to something.
Gathering reinforcements.
The Drag looks around the room, and I can see signs of battle, obviously. What are the eggs? Can I roll for that? Nature lore.
So let me show you what these guys looked like, these bodies first. Give you an idea.
I was about ready to be like, whoa, wait a minute, we got one come back from the dead. Alright, Fritz, put me in there.
Yeah, this is what they look like. I think they were carrying short swords. I think you guys went through the bodies, didn't you? I think you did.
Bjorn was actually going to do that after he listened.
Alright, well, let me see what they got. Yeah, short swords, leather armor. There was something else. I remember giving it to Cypher, so somebody went through the bodies. It's probably her. So that's been resolved. So if you want a short sword, or if you want some leather armor, you do have 6 pairs. In which case, drag it from the compendium to your character sheet, if you want that. Okay? Now, what is it you want to do?
I
Draug?
wanna... I believe, yeah, there's still eggs cooking on that, on top of that cauldron, and I'm just, what kind of eggs are they? I do have nature. I'm trained in nature.
Alright. Let me look at. Let me look at Cypher's sheet. I have to see if she took all the eggs. Otherwise, you might not see any. She's very secretive about these things, isn't she?
I know she destroyed one with the one cultist. She took one and stuck it in her bag, so I think there's one left up on the altar, or whatever it is.
Yeah, she took one. One was used in battle, so I think there's one more. It's picturing 3. I believe it says there's 3. So yeah, there's one more egg sitting there.
So I wanna kind of know what it is, first and foremost, and if failing that, I want to know if I can eat it. Because I do have survival as well. I mean, is it edible, or is it like a swamp zombie egg?
Give me a nature check as you investigate this one egg that's still quite warm.
26.
Could I be allowed to do a nature check on the egg as well?
Yes, it's okay in this case, but keep these checks blind.
Will do.
Sorry.
But it's okay. 26.
Alright, blind nature.
Let's see.
Income.
Okay. These are eggs of a chul. Chul creatures. Yes.
Oh, one of those we let go.
He's
Exactly.
adorable.
Look at his eyes.
Kill it. Let's kill it.
They should be edible, right?
Yes.
Humanoid crustaceans. Would it be considered cannibalism since it's an intelligent beast?
It's up to you to decide. I'm not going to answer that for you. But it looks like they were being cooked, perhaps to eat. They were going to have a meditative barbecue. Who knows? But you can eat these. They are edible.
If no one else is like going to the cauldron to pick them up, I'll go there, pick it up. I guess it's hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try to crack it, or crack it against the side of the cauldron.
It opens like a big giant egg. It's all kind of pretty much cooked in there. Imagine a hard-boiled egg. It's a little liquidy inside. Could have
I'll
used
eat
a
it.
little more. Okay, you want to eat it now?
I'll eat it. Yeah. I'll eat it.
Okay.
Draug hasn't had a filling meal since he ate that sausage up in the safe room a few hours ago.
Okay. That'll replace one of your rations, so you don't have to get rid of one next time you sleep. So make a note that you don't have to get rid of a ration when you wake up next time.
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna turn her head, not watch.
Quite filling.
That looks rather delicious, Draug.
It's the size of a human head. There's plenty to go around. If you
Yeah, I'll like hand over half an egg within its shell over to Bjorn. Yeah, it's really good.
That'll be a ration for you, Bjorn, as well. There's
Yeah,
enough.
Bjorn
There's
will
enough
have-
for all 4 of you if you want to take a little bite and he wants to share. There's enough for 4 rations there in 1 egg.
Agatha's gonna politely put her hands up, shake her head, and go, I'm not interested, and she'll make her way diagonally southeast to check out the other door.
Yeah, Bjorn will move up in front of this door. But seeing Agatha move, Bjorn will kind of.
How about you, Father?
Oh, Cadwin will partake of the egg eating. He's not squeamish in that regards.
There you go, Carried One. Part of being a soldier. Never waste an opportunity to eat, no matter what it is.
That's very true.
But you never know where your next meal is going to come from.
Indeed.
You don't hear anything, Bjorn, on the other side of this door. Sounds like death. Silence. Not like death, but just silence. You know what I mean.
Do I need to do a blind perception check to see if I can hear anything?
What are you listening at?
She's listening for any kind of sound of movement, maybe kind of like feet shuffling, rocks moving across the floor, heavy breathing, any of this kind of nature.
Let's see. Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear anything on the other side of this door.
Hear nothing through this one. Perhaps we should head this way first.
Would you mind if I peek my head through the door maybe and see if there's anything in there?
Want to open it? Little peek. Give me a blind stealth. Well,
All right.
never mind. You can't do it because there's a light source glowing in here. It's going to instantly reveal you.
Got it.
So, as soon as you open the door, that's what you see.
She pokes her head in there, looks around, looks back at the other, and she goes, "There's two doors going down a long corridor. One on the left and one on the right, and it looks like they are both closed, perhaps?"
Oh, did Bjorn will kind of open his door a little bit and peek inside. An armory.
Looks like a square chamber filled with a jumble of old boxes and casks, bundles of torches, and what looks like faintly glowing plants. Like fungus.
Ooh.
Anyone an expert in nature? Looks like I have some fungus over here, along with some other
Yeah,
things.
Drag moves down to Bjorn as Bjorn is talking. I'll have a look.
Yeah, Bjorn will move inside with him in case something jumps out at the barrels.
Agatha will take a quick glance back into that long corridor, see if anything's me once more, and then she'll move to where Bjorn and Drog just disappeared. And then she'll look back at Cadwin. "Are you coming?"
Did you shut the door, Agatha?
I left the door open because it looked like both those doors were closed on her.
Better being safe than sorry. Cadwin will actually go and close the door in the southeast, and then join the rest of the gang.
Hey, gang. What's up? All right, so what you see in this chamber is pretty much what I described. It's looks like some type of storage room. Whether or not there's anything in the boxes or anything, it's hard to tell. There's torches. And glowing, faintly glowing plants. That's what's unusual, is the faintly glowing
I gave you
plants.
a private roll a while ago.
Can Bjorn use the pommel of his longsword to break open these barrels?
Let me see, is there a container in here? I don't think so. Yeah, you can. You can smash that. Let me read real quick.
Cadwin will
Drog, the plants obviously bioluminescent. They're reeds. And you get the impression that these little glowing reeds will last some time. That was a nature check, yeah. You give me a nature check.
Cadwin's doing one as well.
That might last for weeks, in fact, after being harvested. But there's no telling how long these have been sitting here. But they can be used to provide dim light.
Going to do a nature roll on the glowing plants as well.
All right. What were you doing, Cadwin?
That was the same thing. Nature check.
Ooh.
On the plants.
Roll incoming.
You agree, Cadwin, with Draug. This is a type of plant. It's relatively well known, especially in marshy areas. This whole place is setting on a fen. They can show light, and they can last for weeks. You have to find a way to dim them, maybe cover them or put them in your backpack or something. But when they're out, they do provide dim light to maybe 10, 20 feet. And they usually last for weeks, but you're not sure how much time is left on these.
Drow grabs a couple of torches and steps out of the room.
Okay,
Deal with the plants.
There's a total of 6 torches, so if you want to distribute 6 torches, Fred took 2, so there's 4 more. If you want some torches, just add them to your inventory. Tell us how much.
Cat want to leave it be. He doesn't need the light.
Okay.
Yeah, Bjorn has the light spell. He's going to leave those alone.
Most of the casks contain what looks like meaty dried mushrooms. Although their gritty taste makes them practically inedible to other creatures. This is what you can tell by your nature checks and just general looking at things. They are edible. Not exactly pleasant, these mushrooms, but that's about it.
Agatha's gonna make her way into the room once Bjorn and Draug vacate it, and she's gonna take out her component pouch that she keeps a lot of her ingredients in and collect some of the mushrooms in the barrels, and then looking at the glowing plants, she's going to take 1 or 2 and stash them in her bag.
Okay, make a note that you got some mushrooms and where you found them.
All right.
Put room outside. Egg room. Okay.
Got it.
In addition, Bjorn and whoever else is rooting around here, you find 1, 2, 3 very beautiful amethyst stones.
Starker will like these, and Bjorn will pocket those.
20 gold pieces each.
Yeah, Bjorn will pocket those as he heads down to the other door.
So what you do is go to your items directory and create an item. You should have the option to create an item. Click that, and where it says new item, just put amethyst stone. And create it as a piece of equipment. All right. So choose that from the drop-down menu. Equipment. Or treasure. Could be treasure. Treasure would probably be more appropriate. And then click Create New Item.
Got it.
And that'll show up in your directory at the very bottom. Drag that to your character sheet and indicate whether you have 1 or 2. Bjorn, you have 1 at least. There's 3 in all here. Okay, and they're worth 20 gold each. You could put that as the value for it. I think you have to edit it. Can you guys do that?
Yeah, I've done it.
I think I gave everybody permission to create items.
Drag won't take one, but yeah, I can do it.
All right. Bjorn, do you want to take 2 or 3? If the others don't want it, there's 3 of them.
Take 2.
Okay. Well, who's going to take the 3rd one?
Agatha.
Okay, Agatha. Try to get to your sheet. Remember, 20 gold each. Put a note there by it, or in it. Don't leave treasure behind. What's the matter with you? Actually, I could drag it to your sheet. I got it already on the thing here. You didn't have to make one. Anyway.
But it was a good exercise.
Yeah,
but,
it was.
Yeah. Then Bjorn will actually head down to the door that Agatha was previously opened.
Okay. And that's what the rest of you are going to do?
As Draug sees that people are moving away and no one is taking the rest of the torches, he will put them in his backpack
All right.
as well.
Give
Pick
yourself...
up a piece of eggshell when he follows the party to the southern door and keep munching on it.
Okay, give
I'll
yourself...
take all 6 torches.
Well, somebody took 2. Oh, you took the 2. All right, you got all 6 torches. Excellent. Good thinking. All right, let's go through marching order here. I got Bjorn, Agatha, Cadwin, and Draug at the rear.
Yes.
Bjorn, I have you searching.
Yes.
Agatha, I have you searching as well. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. Draug, I have you as investigating nature.
Yes, sir.
And Cadwin, I have you scouting the rear.
We're going to change that to scouting in the front since nobody else is paying attention.
All right, so you're keeping your eyes focused on the front, although you are in the back of the group. But that's okay.
Am I behind Draug? He was behind me.
No. Yeah, I'm furthest back. Usually am.
Oh, you're right in front of Draug.
Yes. So I'll be focusing front.
Now, where were you going? This one here in the southeast?
Yeah.
All right. You see what looks like a 5-foot wide corridor. Stone walls, much like the ones you've passed through already. You see towards the southern end what looks like 2 doors.
Bjorn will stop and listen to the right one.
Okay. The one to the west actually has a window in it with bars. The one to the east, which I assume that's the one you're listening in,
Yes.
that's a normal latched door like you've even just passed through. Draug, are you keeping the door open or closed?
Behind us, it's open.
Okay. You hear muffled voices, Bjorn. Something is whispering. You can't make out the words, but it's perhaps a language you don't understand, but it's intentionally, perhaps, muffled.
Yeah, hearing that, Bjorn will hold his hand up to the rest, his grip on his long sword tightening. And before he opens the door, he'll actually take a look at the west. That window's intriguing him.
All right, I'll bring you guys partially inside. To represent what you see as you peek through the bars. It looks like a prison cell. Chains, rusty, dangle from the walls. But more importantly, you see what looks like a body, a pale white body. He's unarmed, and he looks dead. Or fast asleep, one or the other.
Yeah, Bjorn will relay that to everybody, and then he'll point to the east door where he heard the whispering. Is everyone ready?
Draug nods and steps forward to stand next to Bjorn, ready to run in, raising his glaive.
Cadwin will silently nod his head and stand ready.
So you'd be in the rear right now. Cadwin, is that okay? Agatha's between
That's
you
correct.
and the others. All right. Good spot for a cleric. What?
While they're setting up the positions, Agatha would move and flatten herself on the alongside the one wall.
Yeah, with everybody set, Bjorn will slowly open the door.
Slowly it begins to crack open. The room is a jumble of pillows, furs, blankets, and rugs. Several empty jugs litter the floor, but also you see movement. And you hear voices suddenly shout out to you. In Undercommon or whatever it's called.
Sackbroth.
Sakrath. That's what you speak, right?
Yes, sir.
Who are you? Why do you intrude upon us? And they draw weapons.
You don't want to do that. We've just wiped the floor with 5 others. I would not advise it. What is your purpose here? You serve this Eartha goal.
This individual, stretched out on one of the little sofa pillows here, says to you, "How dare you interrupt me? You shall pay for that. Take them!" And with a shout, the others draw what looks like short swords. Now, the other ones look like the same kind of cultists you were fighting before, and they rush towards you, drawing their weapons. Looks like they were all lounging around in here, laying upon the pillows. Let me reveal him. His location is right there. So we're going to go into initiative. I think I'll put everybody in their own initiative this time. Let me get you guys all out here. Well, let me deposit tokens. There it is. See where it puts you. I put Valifor in there. Wait a minute. I got guys here that shouldn't be here. Oh, silliness. I thought I updated this. Let's put your light. It took your light source off again too, Bjorn.
That's right, I got a macro for that.
Okay, let's... Draug isn't here. Oh, there he is. Let's put him there. Switch places here. So, we'll assume, Bjorn, you're standing at the door. Well, here, where would you like to be so you're not suffering from being off guard by occupying the same square? Let's put you there, Draug, so you could peek around the corner. And Bjorn will be in the doorway. How's that?
That works for me.
All right, so you can see in the chamber. Draug. And everybody should be in the combat tracker. Let me these guys invisible before I roll. Kill them! Speaking in Undercommon. Alright. Bjorn, you're up first. You have a knit. You're at the door. You stand there. It's open. Everybody's revealed. It's a very crowded chamber. Your favorite?
Yeah, but hearing the other one who's different shout at them, Bjorn kind of growls. And he looks to the creature that said it, and he simply replies, "Sentence is death." I'd like to try to intimidate it.
Okay.
Then if that don't work, then we'll go on to various different means. 14, I don't know. Yeah, I'll hero point that. Just because we don't use it all that often. It's 27.
Your words are just that. They do not bother me. Come to your death. Pay for your insolence for entering this chamber, disturbing me. That was a long-winded reply. But yeah, there you go.
5 foot step. Fred's game's paused.
Okay.
5 foot step, and I'm going to attack the one up front.
Their armor class isn't showing.
That'll be 14 points of slashing damage to the one up top.
$14 slash.
Yes.
Ah! Just as he's drawing his weapon, you step inside and almost cut him down.
Almost. And yeah, that's going to be it for Bjorn.
Okay, Agatha.
As Bjorn is moving into the room, she casts guidance on him.
I'll let you do that. It's a hard corner, but I'll let you touch him.
All right. And then after she
it's
casts
30-foot
that,
range.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're good.
And then she's going to switch places with Cadwin. And then for her last action, I don't know if it's going to let me do this or not, she's going to cast, or try to cast guidance again on Cadwin.
So, guidance, move, guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you moving to?
She's switching places with Cadwin. Like she's getting behind him.
Well, go ahead, move behind him. You'd be at the door. You'd have to be back there, because he hasn't done anything yet.
So now both Bjorn and Cadwin have guidance on them.
Put guidance immunity on you, too, as well. To show you you're immune to it until... There you go. You got it. All right. Excellent.
End of it for me.
Well done. Let's see which one this is. I don't know. It's that one up there. All right. Let's see how he replies, Bjorn, to your series of slashes. Oh my, they need to update this Abomination Vaults. I'm encountering this quite often, but a lot of the monsters, they have under their abilities, They're duplicated. Like if a creature has great or dark vision, they list it twice. Light blindness, they list it twice. So it just fills it up like as if they have all these abilities, but they don't.
Did you just say light blindness?
Said all kinds of things there. Let me delete some of these. They're all duplicated. Except those two. There. Okay. Oh. So as you step in with your glowing gauntlet, and it takes a series of blows upon its body, it begins to cover its eyes. Ah! And wince in pain. It begins to draw its sword and flail away left and right. Let me make a roll for it.
You say it was beginning to draw its sword?
It drew its sword right now. That's an action.
Does it have the manipulate trait?
I don't think you have to. Hold on. Let me do one thing at a time here. You're catching me off guard here. Nope. I don't know. I think drawing a weapon is a manipulate. So go ahead and make your attack of opportunity. I'd have to look it up, but I think it is.
That's critical hit.
Alright. Do your damage.
That'll be 40 points of slashing damage.
Alright. Minus 40. You almost decapitate him. Alright, let me finish another attack here. Oh! I wonder why that didn't turn green. It was a natural 20. Huh. So miraculously, one of his attacks actually does get through even though he's blinded. He did locate you. And is it enough? Your armor class 26? No, you easily fend it off. And he has one more. No. These weren't attacks, by the way. He's considered blinded.
Mm-hmm.
Your glowing gauntlet. So he's got to make a flat check to be able to target you. He knows where you're at as you entered the chamber. He knows the source of the light. At least he did briefly, but he's blinded at this stage. He's done. We're going to go on to the next one. Kedwin.
So Cadwin is going to move down to the door and enter if there's room to enter.
10 feet. 5, 10. Just move through a square.
Yeah.
It's 20 feet.
Yep, that's my max move for one turn, and I will attack this guy to my right.
Okay, go for it. You guys are gonna make mincemeat out of them. They're blind. You come into the room with glowing bright lights. 22.
That's kind of why I came.
22. That's a hit.
22. Yep.
22's a hit. Go ahead and clobber him. Give him some damage. Well
That'll
done.
be 14 damage, and we'll repeat the process.
Oh, you got that shove. Oh, forget. Excuse me. Get that shove with your warhammer. All right, 14 points. Gets through. You clobber him. 12 is a miss. That's it.
And that is it.
Okay, we're going to go to Draug. You hear the sound of battle. You're slow off the mark.
Draug will step up here and attack this one. This
Okay.
that Bjorn was attacking. I can't target it for some reason.
You need a 21 armor class. He's almost dead. This creature's flailing away, holding its eyes. You can barely see. You managed to sneak in with your weapon. Oh!
Private roll.
That is a critical hit.
So Draug swings his glaive, cuts off both hands of the humanoid. His weapons fall to the ground, and he punches him in the neck, so he basically breaks his windpipe.
Oh, so
He
graphic.
falls apart.
Nice.
He turns around and kicks this guy. Well, yeah, he swings his glaive towards that guy as well.
Okay.
26.
This guy or the other guy? This one here?
This guy, that one, yeah.
Okay. Let me set up his armor class. Where is it? Alright. Alright. You just managed to catch him with your glaive.
11 damage.
Let's see. 11 points
Slashing.
of damage. Slashing damage. Okay.
And why can't I target him?
Have you clicked on the bullseye on your upper left and then clicked on him?
Thank you.
Gotcha.
No, I can target myself only. I'll reload. It's someone else anyway.
Okay, we're gonna go to this guy. His turn. And he's gonna flail away here. Let me roll. 3. Mop, 1. Let's roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me roll a d6 to see who he targets. 1 to 2. It's going to be the dwarf. So he does actually manage to connect where you are. He's just flailing away randomly. So one attack gets through. I'm going to say this is... Gee, which one was it? I'm going to say it's the second attack. "21 is going to miss. You easily deflect the blow, Cadwin, that comes in your direction, the short sword. Oh, there shouldn't have been 3 attacks, only 2, because he was drawing his sword. That's an action. So, okay. 1 gets through, but you deflect it. Okay, so he's done. Next, finally, this guy. Damat. All right, this guy begins to weave with his hands. Strange mutterings coming from his lips you do not understand, Bjorn. Magical talk. He is casting a spell. Does anyone have... what is it? It's not attack of opportunity. What is it? It's...
Reactive strike.
reactive strike. Anyone have
I've
that
already
besides
used mine.
Bjorn? Does anyone have that besides Bjorn?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Do not.
Drow, you do have attack of opportunity.
Yes, attack of opportunity, but not the reactive strike.
It's the same thing.
Ah, okay then. Yeah. I have attack of opportunity. Can I swing at him?
You can.
Go. I miss.
Okay, spell goes through as normal. You see a sudden blue shell begin to appear around him. See how long that's going to last.
One turn.
Yeah. Okay, he does that. The heck is over here? Anything? No. Well, you guys got him cornered. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna lash. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure of something here. Damn it. Let me make sure. Okay. Okay. He's going to take a 5-foot step defensively. It looks like he as well has been blinded as he pulls himself back, surrounded by this bluish shell, almost like a shield. Okay, and then we're going to go to the next round. Bjorn, you're up.
Yeah, seeing the creature move, Bjorn's gonna shout out as a free action. Take it alive. Then he's gonna move up to there, and he's going to attack the creature. Hit normal. That'll be 11 points of slashing damage on the first one.
You cut
We're going to
into
do
him.
it again. Yep, that one, not going to help.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Go ahead, Agatha. You hear the sounds of battle coming from the room.
Alright, she's gonna move up. Move up one more in addition to what she did.
It's 15 feet.
Alright, so she sees those two. As she looks at the one that has the blades out, her eyes start to become this glowing blue, like you can faintly see. It's almost as if like her skin is slightly wet, not from sweat, but more of a kind of a dewy vibe. And as she raises a hand towards him, she is going to be casting. Let me pull it up here. Coral Scourge.
Barnacles, coral, and other rough aquatic creatures grow on the target's body, getting in between their joints and stiffening their movement. This impedes the target's movement, depending on the result of the savings throw. So he's got to make a savings throw, DC 26. This guy, right?
The one that has the blades out, not the... What?
Oh.
I guess it looks like a staff. Not him.
That guy, the stalker guy.
Yep.
Alright, he's got to make a save then. Are my rolls public? They are.
No. At least for me, I can't see.
I
That
can.
one is. That one is. Success. I'll keep theirs public because you fought them before. So that's success, not critical. The target is clumsy 1. The target can interact to scrape the coral growths from its body, decreasing the clumsy condition to 0 and ending the spell. So he's got to spend an action to scrape them off, I guess. Yeah, an interact action. Damn. Okay. Okay, that's it for you.
And that's the end of it for me.
Next is that guy. He's dead. He got clobbered. Cadwin, Soulforge, or Sunforge, you're up.
We're gonna take the guy here in front of me, and we're gonna shove him back into his buddy. That's my first action.
Okay, it's one action. Make an attack roll.
That would be a athletics check against his fortitude DC.
Yeah. Counts as an attack skill. Athletics check against his fortitude. His fortitude is going to be 20. 14's failure.
And then we'll follow it up with 2 more attacks.
He's braced by the pillows. 28's a hit. Not crit. Almost.
That's not right.
6 points.
It's supposed to be higher than that, but okay.
1d6 plus 2.
No, it's
It's
supposed to be.
above it.
Oh, I know.
You're
it did.
enfeebled.
Oh, it's an unarmed
No,
unarmed attack.
Yeah.
It switched. Yeah, it switched my unarmed attack for some reason.
Seven is
Seven.
more than 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the last attack. It is a miss.
It's a miss. Okay, so you're swinging away at this guy. You did catch him one time. Again, he looks like he can't see you too well. He's totally... Should be easy. Should be an easy finish. You're pretty confident. Draug, you're up next.
Draug, being the smart barbarian that he is, will stand back and poke at the guy in front of him with his 10-foot reach pole, glaive rather.
Okay.
So I'll stab at the guy from where I stand.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You need a 20.
It's a hitty.
Just hit him.
Just hit him and do 12 damage. For some... yeah, I'm enfeebled, sorry. I will do... Yeah, I will keep on chopping away. I mean, this goes fairly well. That's a miss, but I will do it one more time because, you know, third time's the charm. Here we go. And I hit him for 6 slashing damage.
Oh.
That glaive has the forceful trait.
Forceful.
All right, you're
What does
done.
that mean?
Hover-
It says.
Yeah, hover your mouse over it and I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Oh.
is this little guy, once again, before he dies. Alright, first of all, the blindness is gone. But he is going to be dazzled. Let me see, is there a dazzled on here? Yes, there is. Let me double check that real quick. Yes. All right. So I can now see a little bit clearer now. He is dazzled, but he sees where you guys are. Give me a number between 1 and 6, Bjorn.
4.
He's going to turn to immediately strike the dwarf with his short sword. He no longer needs to make a flat check. So 19. It's going to be a miss. $22. Nope. So a series of slashes and piercings come in your direction, dwarf, and you fend them all off with no problem. And finally, we come to the other guy. The main guy here wants to take away his blindness. But he should also be dazed as well. So let me put that on him. Dazzled. Dazzled. Frazzle dazzle. These guys don't like light too well.
No, they don't. That's a plus. We literally have a weapon walking around with us everywhere we go.
Mm-hmm. Dazzled. Everything is concealed from you. This means you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check. Okay, my bad. So, yeah, all those attacks needed a flat check of 5 or greater before they can be used. None of them hit. So now it's this guy. What does he want to do? He's kind of trapped. Oof. So that shield spell is gone? It says 9 minutes remaining. So it lasts 10 minutes. At least his does.
Isn't it immunity to shield immunity for 10 minutes, I think.
I'm just going to do something else. He turns to you and dark words begin to spew from his mouth. You don't understand him, Bjorn, but he's looking deeply at you. You feel a coldness approaching you.
Reactive strike.
Fred,
Hmm?
I have a skill feat called Recognize Spell, and apparently it's a trigger.
That's a miss, Bjorn. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I think, where are you? Yeah, you can see. You'd be aware of the casting. You're attempting to recognize this spell?
Yes.
All right, let me look at your spells real quick. If you are trained in the appropriate skill for the spell's tradition, and it's a common spell, boy, there's a lot of things here. Tradition. Do you have, what's your tradition?
Primal.
Okay, this isn't of your tradition. If you're trained in the appropriate skill for, are you trained in occult?
Yes. Plus 14 to occultism.
All right, roll to get a critical success. What are you rolling here? Just a occult check?
Mm-hmm.
So see if you get a critical success.
You want the spline?
Yeah.
Incoming.
Failure. I shouldn't have told you that. So you didn't get a critical success. It's a chill touch.
Gotcha.
He's casting chill touch.
Drag will also do an attack of opportunity as he's casting, since I am within reach. And it's a hit.
26 is a hit. It's not critical.
Oh, it's normal hit, I guess. 13 damage, slashing.
Okay. Because it wasn't critical, it doesn't disrupt the spell, so it will get through. Unless the remasters change things. I don't think it has.
It hasn't.
Alright, so chill touch spell. Let me put that back in the chat again. Shung. Alright, you need to make a basic save. Fortitude. Make that first, then I'll roll the damage.
I will hear a point that. $24.
Alright, you're going to take half damage. As he weaves this energy, and you feel this coldness coming towards you, Bjorn, reaching out to you from his fingers, tendrils begin to pierce your armor and your flesh. You begin to feel the darkness of coldness itself. The coldness of death itself, I should say. All the while, Draug's back there whipping away with his glaive. I got you, my friend! Ah! But it's to no avail. You take 19 points of void and charisma damage. Charisma damage?
Charisma? Wait a minute. I don't have any charisma, so, you know.
Void damage.
Getting uglier by the round.
It's interesting. It says 5d4 void damage with a +5 charisma. So it does an extra +5 damage to it because of the charisma, I guess. I want to see the roll. Why is it doing this? So anyway, total of 19.
Okay.
Oh, the coldness. Feel the embrace of death. He whispers towards you. And let's see. How many actions was that? Okay, 2. Da 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 da. So it's got one more. Alright, on a d6, he's going to do a 4 and 6 chance that he's going to attempt something. 4 and 6 chance. He's going to attempt something unusual here. Oh, he's not gonna. He's not gonna do it. All right. He's getting desperate here. He pulls out a dagger. I didn't actually pull out a dagger last time. So, he's done. Next, Agatha. Wither Tree.
I think you missed me.
What did I do? It was his turn, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I just took... I don't know what I did there. It was sitting on you, Bjorn. Initiative was on you, but I was taking his turn.
Don't go back. I was confused too.
Yeah, okay, so that was the previous turn. Now we go into round 4. You're up first.
Yeah. As he whispers that, Bjorn will kind of whisper back, "You will feel yours first." Heck, normal. That'll be 12 points on the first one. What the hell, might as well try to intimidate him again. $16, I don't think good enough.
No, he laughs at you.
Alright. Well,
Never, you sickly human.
Alright. Bjorn raises his hand and his longsword to the heavens. Battle prayer. As this engoldened light surrounds this creature. $25 against his will DC.
Will DC is 28.
Yeah, fail. Nothing happens. Next.
Agatha?
Alrighty. Okay, there it is. As she's watching the battle unfold, her gaze is instantly on the one with the blade that Cadwin is fighting. And as she is looking at him, those that have a view of Agatha, you start to see like this weird dark liquid start to come from her eyes, mouth, and nose, almost as if it's like a oozing red. And as it starts to go, almost like a dripping all over her, on her face, she's going to raise a hand, wipe her mouth with it, and then she's going to throw it at the swordsman, casting Bloodspray Curse on him.
Which one? Which
The
target?
one in front of Cadwin.
Success.
If it's a success for 1 minute, the first time each round that the target takes at least 10 piercing or slashing damage from a single strike, it takes 2d6 additional damage of the same type.
Oh, we'll have to write that down. For a minute?
For 1 minute.
He'll be dead by then, but yeah, 2d6 extra, remind me. If it does 10 or more damage, he's going to take an extra 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been marked by the blood spray curse. It's clear to see. Agatha's Hand of Death has made its appearance.
And for her final action, she's casting guidance on Draug.
Oh, it tickles. Okay. Draug, you got it.
And a turn.
Drag those to your token. Spell effect guidance and spell effect guidance and mutiny. Okay. I get this done. We're going to go to Cadwin the dwarf, who's defending himself quite well in that corner. He's almost finished, Cadwin. You have him.
Seeing how close he is, Cadwin's not going to waste any time. Simply lays into him with that hammer. Tread will see it finished.
This is going to be overkill. No, I 21 is going to be a hit. Normal. It's hammer time. 13 plus 2d6 extra because of the curse. Put upon him.
Bludgeoning, though, right?
Oh, does it have to be a specific type, Agatha?
Piercing or slashing damage.
Oh, jeez. Nope, forget that. No extra bonus, just 13. That's okay. Actually,
That's okay. We'll do it again.
it's okay. You'll still get him. $24 is a hit. No, I have a family. Not enough. He's got 2 points left. This curse, it seems ineffective. Foul magics.
So the third one will be 24 to hit and looks like 18 damage.
Oh, you had one more attack? 18.
Yep. Would have been 24 to attack
Oh, yeah, you did hit 18 points. All right, describe for
and 18
me
points.
this brutal destruction of this creature.
After fending off blow after blow from this creature's blades, Cadwin had had enough. He called upon the name of Tread, smashing him once, twice, and with a final overhead swing of the warhammer granted to him by the high priest of Tread, he smashes it into this creature's skull, ending this flurry of slicing nonsense.
Splat. Give yourself a hero point. Agatha, give yourself a hero point. Fred, your token is almost laying on his back. What happened?
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know. I'm spinning around.
I think you have to hold Control or Shift or Alt and then move the mouse wheel, and he spins.
Shift. You do shift and scroll.
He's almost oh, the wrong way. There he is.
Ah, there we go.
Nope, back again.
No!
What
Yeah,
happened?
I didn't move anything. It just popped back. It's Draug. So Draug will try to... Or, well, he won't try. He will take his glaive and then snare the robes of this foul magician we have in front of us. Now I'm 2 for some reason. I'm back now. So yeah, he will entangle his pointy Barbie glaive in this robe, the robes of this magic user in front of him, and try to trip him. So let's see, where did trip go? There we go.
Oh, I took
need
you out
to
of the initiative. Damn it. Do you remember what your initiative roll was?
Last 25, I think. Here we go. I tried to do a athletic check, 29, against his reflex DC.
You need a 30.
Then I will proceed to pummel it with my glaive. This didn't work, so I thrust my glaive upwards and try to cut him with it. Whack. Hit.
Hmm.
And that is a 12 damage plus 2d6. Right?
Mm-hmm. So 12 plus
That
2
was
to
on the
6.
other guy.
No, it wasn't the other guy.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's right.
So-
He's already dead.
So that's
Darn it.
12
Oh, well.
damage.
Okay, 12 damage.
And yeah, I'll try to trip him again, because why not? Athletics check again. Boom, big numbers. 29. That's what I did.
That's the same as before, isn't it?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it is. Ah, sorry.
You need a
Yeah,
30.
it's someone else.
Exactly a 30.
I tried.
Now, does that counts as an attack? So as his third attack, he'd suffer a penalty on that for minus 10.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
There's that too. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, Draug,
Yeah.
you're done. We're going to move on to this guy that's dead. Let me take him out of the initiative. One, two, three, four. The creature. Yeah, we're all there. Okay, so it's this guy's turn.
What does he think when death
He's
is creeping in?
magics. That's what he thinks. Magics. His hand once again begins to weave. It starts to become blurry.
I'm going to do recognize spell
First of all,
since it's a trigger.
hold on. Does anyone have an attack?
Yes.
What is it
Yeah,
called? Reactive
Draug's one.
strike. Go ahead and make them.
That's critical hit. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that'll kill it.
28 points. Slashing damage. And he loses the spell.
How much damage?
28 slashing.
Minus 28. You caught him. And he falls back against the wall from your blow.
And he's also off guard until the start of my next turn.
And
But
Draug,
specialization.
are you using your attack?
Yeah, I missed.
All right, you missed. And what else, Kyle?
He is off guard because of my critical specialization
For how long?
until the start of my next turn. Which, ironically, I'm up next. So,
At the start of your next turn?
yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yes, since this was a reaction.
Huh. All right. Well, we'll let that go. And he's got one more action. What is your reflex DC, Agatha, as this creature makes his way through the center of the room?
Reflex DC.
He's going to try and slip by you.
21.
Critical hit. Critical success. 5, 10, 20. And that's it. He's done, actually. That's his move. So he got past you. with a critical success. Didn't slow him down at all. Actually, it might slow him down a little bit, but that's right here, actually. Let me take a quick look. Tumble through. Critical success. There's nothing special. So basically, you move through the enemy's space, treating the space as difficult terrain, so it cost him an extra. So that means he would be here. Okay, it was worth looking it up. So now we know. Next turn. Bjorn, you're up.
I'm folding right through it. Gonna get there, and yes, I will be off guard, but I'm going to attack the creature.
26. Hiya. Nope.
22. That first one's a miss. So, okay. Grapple. Athletics. Well, 28 minus 5. 22.
23.
You need a 20.
23.
You need a 26.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a slippery
That's it for me.
fellow. Okay, Agatha.
As the
You're off guard too, by the way. Unless you move out
Okay.
of that square.
she's going to take the risk and she's going to try and slip past him to get in front of him.
Wait a minute. What? Slip
The-
past him? All right, now
Or
keep
tumble
in,
through, I guess.
keep in mind, he's probably going to get past you anyway.
She's still going to try and tumble past to get in front of him.
Or you could get out of the space with Bjorn and get behind him. And cast a spell. You don't have to tumble through.
Going to tumble through.
Okay. You've got to beat a 30. With your acrobatics. Unless you describe it in some way that calls for a different skill. Like athletics. But it's acrobatics. Go ahead and roll it. You need a 30.
I recall correctly, Agatha doesn't have much athletics.
Rerolling.
You recalled correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's carrying through your dice is what it is. It's not meant to be. You got a critical failure on a tumble through, which is nothing special. Your movement ends and you trigger reactions as if you had blah blah blah. So that's your action.
Last two actions, she's going to cast slow on him.
So it's a fortitude save, right?
Correct. DC is 26.
All right, he has what's called a cult ward. He's particularly protected against such attacks as this. It's a reaction, and he's using it against this because he's forced to make a savings throw. The reaction is anytime he's forced to make a savings throw against a spell, against a spellcaster he can see, it kicks in. So he's going to use this reaction, occult ward, to get a +2 circumstance bonus to the save. So I'll roll this publicly and add 2 to it. I could add it there, couldn't I? Yeah, I could. So, 7. Ooh, he rolled a 1. Ow! +2. 19. He failed.
Actually, it says critical failure for me. If it's a failure, the target is slowed for 1 minute. If it is a critical failure, the target is slowed 2 for 1 minute.
Well, he has a +2 to the 17. It's 19. It would only be a
So
critical
he's
fail if
slowed
I needed
for-
a 29. So it's not a
Okay,
critical
so
fail.
he's slowed for 1 minute.
You slowed him down.
And a turn.
He rolled a 1. Come on. Come on. I need villain points. Alright, you done?
That's it.
Okay, Cadwin. There's a ruckus outside the chamber. You saw this blur run past you. It's the vile villain himself. What do you do?
Since I can still see him through the doorway, Cadwin will call upon Tread, extending his warhammer out towards the vile, blurred villain, and a blazing ray of light tinged with holy energy will shoot from it as he casts holy light.
He's going to have an armor class bonus because of the cover of their friends in the corner of the doorway. Just so you
Okay.
know. So his armor class is going to be 30. Critical fail. You hit your friend instead. Agatha gets fried.
You're just going to hear her cry out in pain as she gets hit.
You get singed. You don't get hurt. But that missed. And that was 2 actions. You got 1 more action left. Cadwin.
For the... Actually, that's going to be it. He's not going to do anything else. That's it.
Okay. Draug.
Raug will stride forth. And I guess here I can attack him from here, right?
He'll have an armor class bonus.
I will try to make my way past him then. Let's see. Give me a second. I'll just check before I commit to that. Yes, I will. I'll try to make my way past him.
Okay, I'll let
Up
you
there.
do it if you spend another 5 to get into the same square as Agatha and Bjorn.
Yeah, that's 10.
And that's where you'll make your check. Tumble through.
Yes.
Acrobatics. You need
I
30.
will muscle my way through him and try to shove him into one of the walls.
Shove.
And like use my brute force to get through him instead of acrobatic. So I want to use an athletic check instead.
That's going to be a shove action. Go ahead and make your athletics check. Counts as an attack
21.
against his
Do I need to-
fortitude. Need 26.
I will hero point it.
Okay.
There we go. I got through him.
There you go. 36, and you needed what? 20, 26, 36. We got a critical success. That means you push your opponent up to 10 feet away from you. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance and in the same direction.
I do not want to do that.
What do you want to do?
I'd push him into the wall so I get past him, and then I want to grapple him as my final action.
Okay, that's going to require a little bit of a different roll then. You did the shove, got a critical success. So I'm going to say, because you got a critical success, I'm going to give you exactly what you wanted to do. Because technically, you can't do what you did. Not without extra rolls and something like dexterity or something. But you got a critical success. So I'm going to let you do that.
Thank you. I want to grab him hard, so I will roll for that. And I guess this is my second thing, so I got -5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that does not work, and I do not have any more hero points. So
Okay.
yeah, that's me done.
Okay, at the end of your turn, guess what? You got a hero point.
Oh,
Bjorn, I think you're the only one I didn't give a hero point to yet. It's time to get creative.
Well, I've been creative. I just can't get the dice to roll with me.
You disrupted his invisibility spell, too. Damn you. Oh, no. Let me check his hit points. All right, let me roll a d6 here. There's a 1 in 6 chance of something. 1 in 6 chance. No, he's not going to do it. All right. So, seeing himself surrounded, you can see the desperation in his face, but then there's a smirk. His hand begins to weave left and right once again. The air begins to crackle. Can anyone make an attack?
Yeah.
I can do recognize spell.
You can. Let them make their attacks first. So anyone making a retributive reactive strike?
That's critical hit. He ain't
Oh,
doing
gee.
Oh, darn. Nice one. Nice one.
and I want to ask a rule question. Can I do a trip as an attack? I mean, that's a strike, right?
Yeah. Any single action attack.
Yep. I
So-
will try to trip him.
Okay, hold on.
If
What's resolve Bjorn's here? He just
I need
rolled
to-
his damage.
That'll be
Anything left
42
of him.
points.
40
And if that kills him, I would like to knock him prone instead.
It's not going to
Knock
kill him.
Okay.
How about that curse? Does it still apply?
Let me double check.
How long does that last?
All right, where are you at? Blood
It
Spread
wasn't.
Curse.
It wasn't that guy.
Ah,
It
that's
was the
right,
other guy
that's
that
right.
died already.
Yeah, it was on the other guy.
All right, 42 points. 42 points of slashing
Flash.
and magical.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you cut deep into him.
And Draug's trip attempt did not work.
Okay. And okay. So that killed that, and that spell, or was it? Was this one? So that's considered casted. Darkness.
Oof.
Yeah. Nice. You guys are really cooking here.
I want him alive.
If you want to use your attacks as non-lethal, you can do that. You'll take a penalty.
Yeah, -2.
He
But-
could not have cast that spell.
But if he goes to 0 hit points or below, he's actually unconscious. He's not dead.
Oh, you just. Oh,
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do that. There'll
Figure
be a
out-
-2 on this. For
He's-
non-lethal pommel strike, Bjorn's just literally going to try to pick him up with his left hand and pommel him right in the face.
Well, that's not lethal anyway. If you're just gonna punch him, there's no penalty for that. That's non-lethal, I think.
Yeah, but I'm using the longsword to do it.
Well, that's what it is. Then use your normal attack with the longsword, not your fist.
-2, so that'd be 30.
30 is going to hit, not critical. And
16 points.
16
of
is not
bludgeoning
enough.
damage. Okay. And we're gonna do it again here, and we're going to use exacting strike. So that way, if I miss this strike, I'll get to use my second attack with my Plus, he's off guard because we got him flanked. So here we go. Nope, that's a miss. So we'll do the third strike with the second attack bonus. It'll be another -2. $25. 25 hit.
So 6, 7, 25. His armor class is 26. Wait a minute. He's
we have
off
him
guard.
off.
He's off guard. You're right. So that's a hit.
All right. 20 points, bludgeoning, non-lethal damage.
0. He falls unconscious. He is not dead, as far as you can tell. As you clobber him with your sword, you cut into him a few times. Using the side edge of your sword this time, you put in one final blow over the side of his head and crack him. And his eyes begin to roll in his head as suddenly he falls against the wall. His knees buckle, and he collapses to the ground in front of you, in front of Draug.
Yeah. And as his eyes went to roll back, Dorn would kind of reach up underneath both of his arms and just give him this most vicious headbutt. Like y'all can see Bjorn, helmet just impact. And then he's, well, I'm
Be careful, don't kill him.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill him, but
Careful.
I was going to subdue him, but I'm out of action.
Okay, unconscious. Where is unconscious? QRSTU. There's TU. I can't see. Unconscious. So yeah, he's unconscious. Oh, he slowed 1.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't even got out that door. But he did.
He couldn't have cast that spell. That was the big one.
Yeah.
Reactions.
In which case
I wouldn't have negated anything he threw out anyway, so.
In which case you guys wouldn't have had your attack, so it all worked out. He falls to the ground, unconscious. All right. And give me a perception roll. Blind perception roll, Agatha. And with that, the combat ends. I'll drop us out of initiative, in fact.
Roll come.
Yeah, Bjorn's going to pull out some rope and bind him and then drag him back into the room we just fought him.
Drag will move up to this door, pull it a bit close it ever so slightly, and have a slit to look out through into that room and keep guard.
Okay, I'll leave it open.
Yeah. I want to see if anyone comes, pretty much.
So where are you taking the body? He's totally unconscious.
Back into the room where we were, and I'm going to bind him.
Okay. Give me a thievery check.
Stand.
Okay. This is what I will use as the DC for any attempts to escape that he might make. All right.
Sounds good.
Make a note somewhere that you used some of your rope.
Yep, got it. If you remember rightly, I had actually cut it 10 feet off of it before, so Bjorn just undoes the knot and wraps him up like a little baby.
Like a baby.
Yep.
How about you, Cadwin? Could need use some prayers in this place of bloodshed.
Cadwin will glance around, seeing that all the foes have been taken care of. A slight smug on his face. Trud's work has been done here. He will go ahead and tend to Bjorn, however, seeing he did take the worst of it on their side. I'll cast a heal spell on him.
Or you could treat wounds if you wanted to, since we're waiting on this guy to wake up.
You can do that. Actually,
Yeah,
I have
'cause
battle
I'm
medicine.
not that hurt.
Actually, I have battle medicine, so I can do that with assurance.
There you go. But yeah, Bjorn will kind of offer up his arm as he sheathes his sword. Uh, we'll need a we'll need information from this creature. We need to know what's down here and what we are fighting against. While he's tending to my wounds, could I gauge if this creature is, and how would I say it? Evil for a cleric? Like, is this creature vile?
Give me a society. What lore skills do you have?
Religion and warfare. Trained in Arcana, expert in medicine. I got warfare lore and yeah, acrobatics and athletic and religion.
Warfare lore. Give me a society check.
That's going to be bad. It's only +1.
Okay, what were you trying to find out?
If this creature is morally unjust.
You be the judge.
Looks pretty evil to me.
That's about it. Otherwise, it's hard to tell specifically details about it. You've never seen a being like this. It's humanoid, but not necessarily human.
Gotcha. You got DC 20 on that one, Caitlin. So you get to roll 2d8 plus 10? Yes. Thank you, thank you. You want to look to Caitlin. Thank you, Master Dwarf. Now we have some questions for this creature.
So you're going to wait for him to wake up or force him to wake up?
I'm going to force him to wake up. I'm going to pull one of these jugs on top of his head.
Okay.
Agatha's gonna make her way into the room, put a hand on Bjorn's shoulder and go, I have an idea. And she waits to see if Bjorn will let her, or she's just gonna be told no.
What is your idea?
She looks around, seeing the slaughtered rogues. She looks back at the caster and she looks at Bjorn and she goes, what if we were trying to save him? Make him think that one of us here just arrived and we found him slacking. In a way, I can try and perhaps maybe get information out of him, seeing how dressed I am compared to the rest of the group.
I think that is perhaps the most dishonorable thing I've ever heard you say, Agatha.
Give yourself a hero point, Bjorn.
Agatha looks at Bjorn. She lets the hand go. Then I wish you the best of luck trying to get information out of him, because I'm pretty sure he's either going to bite his tongue, or he's going to find a way to silence himself permanently. I will let you be the judge of that, and she'll walk out of the room.
Tap, tap.
I can be very persuasive when I need to be. Bjorn
Slams
pulls
the
out a
door.
dagger.
Slam the door. Slam. Oh, sorry.
But if there's any liquid in the room, Bjorn will pour it over this creature's head.
Whoosh.
And then he'll smack him a few times. Not, attacking wise, but he'll kind of, smack him to wake him up.
Okay. Prone off guard. Let's get rid of this. Blinded. Oh, he's not blinded anymore. Why was that on there? Because he's unconscious? Not anymore. Yeah. But he's still dazzled. What is this? Slowed. How long does that last? Because you regain actions at the start of your turn, you don't immediately lose actions if you become slowed during your turn. How long does that last? It's not important.
I think the spell said 1 minute.
If it's about a minute, I'll get rid of it then. It's not important right now. All right, he begins to come awake with the splash of the water and a few good slaps. He's going to have 1 hit point. And he is no longer unconscious. But he is prone, lying there, and he is immobilized. I should put that on him, shouldn't I?
And Bjorn and Sakra will kind of kneel down. Top of the morning, creature. Wake up. I have some questions.
He immediately begins to pull at the ropes, the strain. You could see him gnashing his teeth. What do you want? What do you want with me? Let me go. I cannot be like this. Let me go, I say.
Whenever you answer my questions, I will remove your binding. What do you know of this area?
I have no interest in questions. You will untie me at once.
Or I can kill you and go on about my way. Which would you want?
You can do as you wish. It brings me glory to die.
You'll hear Agatha on the other side going, I told you so.
For the glory of Urgathal.
Perhaps I can sentence you to life then, and just cut off your arm.
He pulls at the ropes. He's going to attempt to break free. He's not messing about, so give me a second here while I make his test. It's athletics against, well, in this case, what you rolled.
Yeah, but if he breaks free, then Bjorn's just going to deck him.
All right, he easily breaks 3 without a roll. Your thievery roll was a 4.
Yeah,
horrible.
I kind of figured that.
He immediately slips through the ropes that you had around his arms and his wherever else you had him. He pulls himself free and he begins to stand up. If you want to react, you can do it now. As he attempts to stand up.
I will hear a point that.
Don't embarrass yourself. Here it goes.
Hit.
Hoorah! 24. This is doing full damage?
Yeah, full damage, bludgeoning, 8.
8 points. He collapses to the ground. This time you're sure you've slain him. He is no more.
With a fist strike?
A fist?
Yeah, that was a fist strike.
Oh, I thought you were killing him with the sword.
No.
Jesus
Not
Christ.
yet, anyway.
All right, back we go. He's unconscious. What do you want to do?
Cadwin, search the room, see if you can find anything of note. See if our friend will be more convincing as he wakes up again.
Kyle, you're making me do all this.
Cadwin will kind of shrug his shoulders because he doesn't understand the language they're speaking with to begin with, and he'll start searching the room. Starting over here.
Agatha's going to make her way down to Draug and motion to the door behind her that she just came out of slamming and go, perhaps it'd be best if we switch places so you can be beside the door in case something happens.
Sure. Throg will move down there. Switch places with Agatha.
Are you tightening up the ropes on him again?
No, actually.
All right, he's not immobilized then.
I'll just pour more water over top of him. Smack his ass awake again.
All right, at this stage, I'm going to have to roll initiative. Because he immediately bolts for the door. So, let's put ourselves back in initiative again. Go ahead and roll your dicage. Okay. Bjorn, you're up first.
Fist strike.
Okay, as it begins to get up once again, we'll keep this initiative. If we're just going to repeat this over and over and over again, we'll just keep it. He falls to
7
the ground.
point.
So he's unconscious again.
They really do not listen, Caitlin, when you tell them all you want of information. They really do not.
Do you want to do anything else? Agatha's up.
No.
I'm going to go through one round. Agatha, anything?
Is he outside the door?
No, he's unconscious in the corner.
Okay. Hearing the noise, she is going to cast. Let's see, where is it? She's going to cast Anal Form, and as she is casting it, she's going to start to take on this, like, serpentine form.
Okay.
And she's going to turn herself into a snake. Once she does that, she's going to make her way back in, and she's going to wrap herself around this person, trying to construct his movements.
All right, does anyone have dark vision in this hallway? The dwarf? No,
let me
that's
see here.
Straug. That's
I'm
Straug.
I'm not in the hallway. So.
So you don't see this. So Agatha slithers up towards the door between your legs. I'm going to say, because you're paying attention somewhat, you note the presence of something slithering under your legs. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I probably figured out it's the witch, right? So... okay, so it didn't... no.
This would be a reaction. Because she's moving through your square, I'm letting you react to it.
I would just scoff at her and go back to the door. Like, yeah, that was a necessary move, right? Switching places. So he goes back to the door.
And you're slithering under the door?
She would have wiggled her way underneath it.
See, you didn't ask me about that. But I'm going to keep the game moving. So we'll assume you slithered under the door. I guess there's light coming from that room where the battle with where you guys met. Yeah, there is light in there. That's what you can see.
Cauldron is still boiling, then yeah, it should be.
So you'd actually see the witch turn into something. She did, so because you could see her. She was at the door. So that you would have seen.
Yeah.
All right, Agatha, anything else? You're in there. Cast a spell, you moved, you're good. All right. Throg, he moved up to the door. All right. Do you want to just keep doing this? Your intent to wake him up and force him to do your bidding. Is that your goal, Bjorn?
Bjorn just wants information. Anything this creature knows about the area.
All right, well, this is going to go on for at least 10 minutes, if not more, where he wakes up, you knock him out. Just over and over. He has no intention of speaking with you. However, after the 5th try, I'm going to roll a dice here. There's a 4 and 6 chance. All right, so he's still alive after this 10 minutes goes by, so let me deduct some time. If you want to continue doing this, take note that if you keep bashing him over the head with a fist, he's going to die.
Gonna stop remembering stuff after a while.
Yeah, it's getting pretty brutal right now.
I mean, I guess I could always try diplomacy. Yeah, right.
You do note that you all note this, he seems to be totally fanatical. It's kind of unlikely that he's going to want to reason with you or say, oh, you're right, I give up. I think that's the issue here. I mean, you'd catch on to that fact after battling these guys already, and him after 10 minutes of beating him up and waking him up. He's no interest in using diplomacy with you. He's more interested in just dying for the glory of Erthagol.
Okay, Bjorn will try one last crack at it. The next time that he speaks, Bjorn will look at him and kind of explain the situation that Bjorn will simply lock him in this room and deny him the death that he craves. And then wait for his reaction.
Okay, we'll do that. You're going to try and change his idea here, so give me a diplomacy roll.
This is going to be bad.
This is true, right?
Yeah, Bjorn's trying to basically persuade him to be like, hey, this is what you want. If you don't give me what I need, then I'm going to do the exact opposite of what you want.
All right, make the roll.
Yeah, with a +0, this is going to be bad.
Oh, you got a critical success. So
Hot
let's
damn.
see. You got a 20. That's a failure, but you got a 20, so that's going to make it a success, which means he's going to become unfriendly. So he went from hostile to unfriendly. So he still has no interest in you. You knock him out once again. And at that point, I'm going to roll a dice. So 5 and 6 chance that you just killed him. He stops breathing.
I hate dealing with cults.
Mark off some more time. That was worth a try. So did everybody get your hero point? I think I gave everyone 1 hero point during the combat.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all good. All right. So as Draug watches to the north, through the doorway, through the crack in the doorway, Bjorn begins to work hard on this guy to get him to talk. We need information, but he was not given it. 10 minutes went by, 15 minutes, 20 minutes went by where Bjorn is just working on him until this creature is no longer responsive and lays there obviously slain by the constant blows to the head. The dwarf sitting there pretty somber. I don't know what you're doing.
No, for the last 20 minutes, essentially, he's been searching the room, like he was told to.
Excellent. Let's do that. You managed to find something amidst the comforts of this place while Bjorn is going at it. What looks like some type of liquid, an elixir. would you like to try and discover its secrets?
Well, it's a liquid in a bottle. He'll take a sniff of it, see if you can figure out what it is.
All right, you're going to attempt to identify magic. You're going to use one of the 4 traditions. Your choice. And make the roll.
All right, so don't know if I have that.
Arcane, occult, primal,
Okay,
religion.
gotcha. So we will try. Yeah, we'll try that with religion.
There you go. Whatever your best one is, try and go for it. Got a 33. This should be blind, but that's okay. 33. Holy smokeroonies. I'm going to give it to you. This is what's known as a... Well, I'll leave it to you. I'm going to drag it to your character sheet. It's not mystified. I don't think it will automatically mystify. Let me double check. You could keep that a secret, reveal it to your friends, neighbors, pets, whatever you want. It's under consumables.
Yep, I got it. All right. Well, he'll put the cork back in and he'll put it away for the time being.
There you go.
Being short-legged as he is, it may come in handy.
Nothing else seems to be in this chamber. Looks like it was a chamber where this individual and his bodyguards, perhaps, were just... It was a place to relax and contemplate and perhaps plan the next big worship service. Who knows? We'll never know. But you did find an elixir. Agatha, during this fracas, or whatever you consider this to be, early on, you recollect, you thought you saw movement in the room to the west, the prison cell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving on, what would you like to do next?
Are we still in initiative?
No.
Okay. Agatha is actually going to make her... She's going to get back into human form. She's going to kneel down beside the fanatical that Bjorn literally beat to death. And doing her tradition, she's going to take whatever form of weapon that's nearby, like a dagger, sword, or something, and place it on his chest before taking both his hands to grip the weapon. And then she's going to take one of the glowing plants out of her bag and place it on the chest, muttering kind of an ancient prayer to Stag Mother, almost as if she's trying to find a way to guide the soul to another better place.
What are you finding, some religion?
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed. Okay, we'll remember that.
And after she dusts her hands, as if she is dusting her hands of the remains of what's left, she's just going to give Bjorn this odd look before she makes her way towards the door to glance back into that room
And slam it once
that's
again.
opposite. It's very tempting for her to slam it,
Just
but she's not going to.
2 hands. Slam. Oh, Bjorn, you're in for it now.
Well, Bjorn will draw a sword as he watches her do her prayer. Bjorn will kind of nod silently, issuing a prayer by Mode to her as well. Then he'll kind of look to her as she walks past. His soul won't need help where it's bound.
So, Agatha, give me a society check.
Okay. Blind?
This will be blind, as you are doing this ritual over the body.
Will do. Rolling coming.
And this is your first roll. Do you have any kind of lore that would... What's your lore?
See.
This is where lore really comes in handy, trying to identify things.
The only kind of lore she has is cave lore.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Because somehow you managed to pull off some information here about this creature. Just to verify, you were doing all this over this creature's body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a creature known as a Caligan, or a Caligini. Fortunately, there's no note description in the notes. Let me look at another. Should be here. They live in enclaves, usually deep underground, these creatures, these humanoid creatures. Lurking in subterranean cities, creeping to the surface to steal, stalk, or make mischief. Each Caligni serves a specific role and grows into specific form as determined by supernatural traditions and influences in Caligni society. Regardless of their size or role, all Calignis are gaunt, with pale flesh and white eyes. Some surface dwellers call the Caligni dark folk, a term they dislike because it doesn't reflect either their appearance or character, only their environment. You don't know of any weaknesses or resistances of these creatures, but you do know and have seen firsthand they have a weakness towards light. And I will say one more thing. In complete darkness, they can practically see perfectly. This is what you recall after performing this ritual and getting a close examination for the first time. Yes, this is one of those Caligni. Dark creatures. They are anything but human. Now, whether you share this knowledge with your friends is up to you. And I'll also say that this creature, this Caligni, these other creatures that you fought are also Caligni. So this is evidently an enclave of these creatures. This is what you get. You rolled really good.
She'll pass the information on.
So they're literally a cult hierarchy of these things.
Yes. That is why that one was so fanatical. And if you had listened to me, we might have been able to get some information out of them, but you would not listen to me.
Nor will I. The creature is fanatical. No matter what we would have done, that would have always been the outcome. You can't deceive a fanatic. You can't outmuscle a fanatic. You can only try to reason with one.
She only shakes her head and she just stops talking about the matter entirely.
Slams the door.
Yeah, she slams the door.
Okay.
Tempting.
All right, so as you gather yourselves outside of the chamber into the hallway, somebody disappeared. Where'd they go?
Oh, that was Kevin.
Kevin went up to the room.
All right, does everyone want to gather up there?
Can I do a blind perception check one more time? Into that cell.
Oh, yeah, you could peek right in there.
All right.
You look inside and you see the body lying prone, face down on the floor as before. But go ahead and make a blind check. Maybe something else is going on. Let me see what you get.
Income.
You'd swear this creature that was lying dead or unconscious, his arm is off. Not off, but it's in a different position from when you first saw it. Like as if the body was moved.
Bjorn,
Yes.
can you still fight?
I'm fit to fight and fully healed. Why?
She'll point at the creature and she goes, I think that thing is still alive.
Really? Let's make it dead.
She'll turn and call to the other two.
Ogre is his weapon and moves down into the corridor.
This creature looks different than the ones we just fought. Perhaps we should be more prepared.
Oh, what is it now?
She's just gonna back up into the room and let the three fighters at this point she's going to assume deal with the situation.
Exactly. Causing trouble and then disappear. All right. The door to this chamber is locked. It's a prison cell. There's a keyhole. It obviously takes a key. Or you could try and bash it down by force, which would be loud and take a long time.
Agatha, search the robes of that priest. See if he has a key on him.
She'll go over and do that. Alright, so do you want to do a perception or what do you want me to do?
Give me a perception. You're going to find some things that are just automatic, but I want you to make a perception roll anyway, just in case something is tucked away, if there is
Gotcha.
anything. It gives me a general idea of how much you're paying attention, at least. But,
Roll incoming.
okay. This creature, he has a dagger. He has leather armor, very much like the other two guards in here, who actually had swords. But leather armor. He finds something tucked away in his one pocket. It's like a 12-inch long rod. A wand. For sure. Although you'd have to identify what magics it might contain, which. But it's a well-crafted piece of wood. You recognize it immediately. There's potential to be a wand. Rooting around in his pockets on the other side, you do hear a jingle. Ka-ting. Reaching inside carefully, you pull out a key. So what I will do is I will drag that key to your character sheet. I will also drop this potential wand onto your character sheet. And the rest is up to you.
With one final glance at the deceased fanatic, she'll send one last prayer before she makes her way out, and then she gives the key over to Bjorn.
Who are you praying to?
Stagmother.
Okay.
Yeah, Bjorn will take the key, insert the key into the hole, and give it a nice twist. That sounded so wrong, but I said it anyway.
It opens. A body lays motionless on the floor before you.
I call dibs on the sword,
He has no weapons.
but Bjorn will move into the chamber 5 feet.
Okay. Suddenly, No, we'll leave it at that. We're going to take a break, and then we'll find out what Bjorn encounters in this prison cell as Agatha slams the cell door shut behind him. Finally, I'm done with you.